Hello and welcome to the Real Estate Regroup Show. I am your host, LJ Walker, a real estate investor helping you realize your dreams of owning a home or investing in one. So recently we lost another legend. That would be Bob Barker, the famous host of The Price is Right. For those of you who grew up on watching the show like I did, you know that it was one of the staples in our daily lives. It was something that we all dreamed of. We either dreamed of actually getting on the show or owning one of the prizes that they showcased, right? Well, now what I found out, I know that during the time I was watching The Price is Right, they never gave away a home, not when Bob Barker was there. But I found out that before Bob Barker became host on the TV show, that they did give away a home and some land down in Florida. They named that island the Price is Right Island. It actually originally was called Bear Island down in Florida. So the people who won it, they were from New York. They went down there. They got the keys. There was also a movie premiere called Mysterious Island that was going on while they were there. The whole stint was actually to promote that particular movie. The other aspect of it was that they were thinking that people would be tired of the same old prizes all the time. So that's another reason why they decided to give away the island and the home, which happened to be a 2-bedroom. Needless to say, after one fishing trip, the couple that won it went back to New York and they never returned. The home and that piece of land was actually sold to the developer that owned the rest of the island. And he was supposed to be doing some housing development, but it doesn't seem as though that occurred, because when you go there, you still see that house. It's privately owned, and you see that island, the island just pretty much bare outside of that house. Which is not too surprising, honestly, because if you look at most of the contests for homes, a lot of times the contestants give back the home. They rarely ever keep it, because a lot of times they can't afford the upkeep on it. They may not be able to afford the taxes that are on it. And there may be just other things, like it may just not fit their lifestyle. There are so many other things that go on with the home, with purchasing homes, that most people just don't realize until they actually move there, And, tell you the truth, everything could have been perfect, but maybe they don't have family in that part of the area. Another surprising statistic, too, that I knew about is that a lot of times people will move to Florida to live, and then they turn around and come back, especially New Yorkers. There is a high percentage of those who will move down there, live there, and for whatever reason, sometimes it's the jobs, sometimes it's hurricanes, because we don't really get as many hurricanes as Florida. There have been many years when we didn't get any at all, right? It's not until recent that we started to have to prepare for them. But really, we don't get it like Florida. So, some people are not used to that. And then the other thing, too, that's happening now is that you do have snowbirds. So you do have a number of people who will live in Florida when it's snowing up here in New York. And then when it gets too hot, they come back to New York. So that seems to be a trend that has been going on for quite a number of years now, to tell you the truth. So for those of you who are investors, that is something that you definitely want to keep in mind as far as the location that you choose and how you market. So guys, yeah, that's all I wanted to share with you. That little tidbit, that little unknown history about The Price is Right. Oh, and I almost forgot. Recently, well, not too recent though, they did have a man win a tiny home on The Price is Right. And it sounds from his excitement that that was his first house. So actually today, if you're lucky, if you get on the show during the right time or what have you, you too can get a house on The Price is Right. So good luck to you. All right. Again, please feel free to share this amongst your friends. Remember, each one, reach one, teach one, and rest in peace and power to Mr. Bob Barker on one of the longest running game shows in the history, probably of the world, much alone America. All right then, bye.